Welcome back to Dad Deals. In this video, I'll be sharing my experience visiting the Ark Encounter, which is a museum located inside a giant replica of Noah's Ark, and it's located in northern Kentucky. So stay tuned whether you're curious about it or actually planning to visit. I'll cover everything you need to know before you go. As always, before we get started, if you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos so you'll never miss one. All right, sit back, relax, and let's check out the Ark Encounter. So first off, let's talk about ticket prices and ticket options. There's really 3 options to choose from, and it's really going to depend on how many days you want to go and if you want to go to the Ark and the Creation Museum, or just choose one or the other. One thing to keep in mind before you choose that is that the Ark and the Creation Museum are actually not that close. They're actually about 45 minutes apart. During our visit, we didn't go to the Creation Museum. We just visited the Ark, and we easily spent a full day there. So if you're planning to go to the Ark, I would definitely budget a full day to spend there. But your 3 options are a 3-day bouncer pass that will allow you to go in between the Creation Museum and the Ark as many times as you want. They also have a Ark and Museum combo ticket that's going to just give you 1 general admission to each one, and you can do that within 1 week's time frame, but you won't be able to go to either one of those more than one time. And then they sell just the Ark Encounter tickets separately. So if you just want to go to the Ark, which is what we're going to be covering in this video, adults are $60, seniors ages 60 plus are going to be $50, and then kids 11 to 17 are going to be $32. And the really nice thing is that kids 10 and under are free. So if you have a large family with a lot of kids under the age of 10, you really only have to buy the adult tickets, and then all your kids will get in for free. So in my family's case, there's 2 adults and we have 4 kids all under the age of 10. So it costs us $120 for our entire family to go. There is also a $15 parking fee. And one tip is that you can buy all these tickets and even your parking online, so you can skip the line and be ready to go as soon as you get there. So when you arrive to the Ark, you actually won't see it yet. You actually have to take a shuttle bus to the actual Ark from the parking lot, but they really do a great job of making this pretty seamless. We had a stroller, as well as in our group, we had someone in a wheelchair, and they have plenty of people helping you load the buses. The buses are handicap accessible. They're able to get strollers on and off very easily. So when you arrive, you kind of go to this bus terminal type place where you'll show your tickets or buy your tickets and then load in the shuttle buses, and then that will bring you to the actual Ark. The buses will actually drop you off at another terminal type place, which is what they call the Answers Center. And in there's actually a coffee shop. You can get some snacks as well as a little gift shop. And they even have a huge conference center where they give talks and show different movies as well. The conference center was huge and kind of reminded me of a mega church. It was super state of the art. We didn't actually stay for any of these talks, but if you're interested in that, they do post a schedule for the day, and those are all included with your ticket. Also in the gift shop, they have refillable cups that you can get for $20, and you get unlimited refills for an entire year. So if you're going to go back and visit a lot, or you're going to get one of the memberships, I definitely consider one of these cups. They were actually pretty nice cups. And on the Ark at each level, there is actually drink stations that you can easily fill these up. And then one other thing to consider here is they have these guidebooks for kids available, and they actually have different ones available for different grade levels. And they're actually pretty cheaply priced. They're only $3 a piece. And you can get the answer book that will have all the answers to the questions in them for just $2 more. So you can get the guidebook and the answer guidebook for just $5. We got these for our kids, and while they didn't really fill them out as much as we were walking through the Ark, they did enjoy looking at them afterwards, and I definitely think they're worth $3. If you happen to visit in the rain like we did, they also have rain ponchos and umbrellas available as well. And as you approach the Ark, it really is an amazing sight to see. This is built to the same dimensions as what the Bible states it is. So in the Bible, it says it is 300 cubits in length, which equates to about 510 feet. So this thing is massive. As far as inside the Ark goes, that's where there'll be a lot of controversy and debate. But one thing they make really clear, and I was really glad that they did, is that they definitely state that they took an artistic license when they designed a lot of the interior of the boat. So a lot of the things inside are what they imagine it might have been or how they might have done it. And they definitely aren't shy telling you that. There are a ton of signs all around saying that these are recreations or artistic license was used here. And I was really glad to see that they did that. So before we take a look at the inside of the Ark, I do want to thank the sponsor of this video, and that is Comfier Massagers. They actually sent me a few of the massagers to try out. And if you have a long road trip ahead of you, I definitely recommend getting one of these massage seats. You can put these right over your driver's seat and use it on any road trips. This massage sheet has 10 vibrating motors as well as heat. So if you don't have heated seats, you could use this instead. And right now this is $60, but it has a $10 coupon to make it $50. And I'll have links to everything in the description below to check out. But they make a ton of massagers. They also have this hand massager that actually uses air to inflate different areas in there to massage your hands. So if you have arthritis or carpal tunnel, this would be great. And then my personal favorite is this shiatsu neck and shoulder massager. This also has a heat setting and feels so good and would be such a great gift with Mother's Day coming up. But the hand massager is on sale right now for just $54 with a 10% off coupon you can select. And the neck and shoulder massager is 15% off right now for $38 over at Amazon. And again, I'll have links to all this stuff in the description below. So on the Ark, there are 3 decks that you'll visit, with the top deck, deck 3, being mainly a museum, sort of like a mini version of the Creation Museum that has some really cool exhibits on things like the Ice Age, the Bible itself, other Bible stories like the Tower of Babel. And these exhibits are just really top notch. A lot of money, a lot of time went into this, and you could really spend hours reading everything on this level. One thing to keep in mind is this top level again has a lot of the museum style exhibits and less of the recreations of what life was actually like on the Ark. Those are really saved for deck 1 and 2. So one tip is to do deck 3 first, as that's probably going to be the one that your kids will not find that interesting, but will still be excited about being on the Ark. And save decks 1 and 2 for last, as your kids will have a lot more fun there, and it will really keep them from getting too tired. But I was just really impressed with the inside of the Ark. The construction is really just top notch. The exhibits are really nice, and you can just tell so much time has been put into making this. It's really fun to see the construction methods used in the front and the back of the Ark. And while there are obviously modern conveniences installed on this, like elevators, drink machines, bathrooms, it is still amazing to imagine what this might have looked like in biblical times. One of the coolest exhibits that really didn't have anything to do with the Ark that I found super interesting was that they actually had a live map of people visiting their website. And I had never seen anything like this before and thought it was just the coolest thing I've ever seen. And you could even try it out. You could even Google search their Ark Encounter's website, and it would actually show a representation of what country you're from and what search engine you use to find them. So just a really cool exhibit, kind of random, but I really thought it was really cool. They also had a small exhibit from the Museum of the Bible that is located in Washington, D.C. on the National Mall. And there they had a lot of old Bibles and original transcripts, and that was really cool to see as well. But if you are a Christian, you will really find that top level extremely interesting. Again, the exhibits are just so rich and filled with information. Really plan on spending a lot of time reading all the placards. And then the bottom decks are where you have the recreations, and that you can have a little bit more fun with. There's less to read and more to just experience. So next, let's talk about food options. Inside the Ark are a bunch of different concession stands that sells chips, salads, ice cream bars, just small food stuff. And I actually thought a lot of the snacks were pretty reasonably priced. A bag of chips is around $1.50, which I didn't think was bad at all. And then outside of the Ark is a giant buffet, and that's really going to probably be where you want to eat. It's a really nice buffet. The cost is about $19 for adults, $17 for seniors. Kids 5 to 10 are going to be $10, and then kids 4 and under will be free. But I found the food really good in this buffet. They have a lot of options to choose from, including General Tso's chicken, fried chicken, mac and cheese, salads, dessert, and your drinks are included as well. But if you don't want the buffet, they also have individual restaurant choices, including Zophar's, which is burgers, pizza, hot dogs type meals, Southwest Grill, which has tacos, bowls, stuff like that, and then a Smokehouse, which has pulled pork sandwiches, barbecue, chicken sandwiches, meals like that. But my recommendation is if you're hungry, definitely check out the buffet. When you're done checking out the Ark, they also have an on-site zoo that has a lot of pretty fun experiences in it. One of those being camel rides. When we visited, it was rainy, so they didn't have them going on, but they actually have camel rides for $10 per person. And the zoo also features a kangaroo walkabout, a children's petting area, as well as some pretty interesting animals like a zebra horse combo, porcupines, ring-tailed lemurs, emus, and a bunch of other animals. It's a nice little area to walk around, and all that's included in your ticket. Like other amusement parks, they also have a fossil find area. That's sort of like the mining area at other amusement parks where you buy a bag of dirt and can sift through it and find different things in it. But that is also located over in the zoo area. Some other things to do around the site is a virtual reality theater. We decided not to do that. That is an extra cost. But one thing that is included in your ticket is an indoor carousel. So if you have small kids that are interested in that, make sure you stop by there. If you have bad weather like we did, it's a great place to go indoors. And this is completely free and included in your ticket, and you can ride as many times as you want. They do also have some zip lining on site in an adventure park. We didn't cover any of those as they were closed, but I'm sure you could spend a lot of times doing that. That is an extra cost as well, though. On the bottom level of the Ark, there is also the gift shop, of course, as well as another coffee shop, a popcorn shop, and a fudge shop. And then when you're all done with everything, you'll head back to that answer center, and a shuttle bus will take you back to the parking lot where you parked. So if you're planning a trip to the Ark Encounter, I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. My family had a blast at the Ark Encounter and really learned a lot, and I'm sure your family will as well if you're planning on going. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time on Dad Deals.